What if everything you've been told about aging isn't quite the whole picture? Many people believe that genetics are the main reason some elderly individuals don't live beyond 87. But what if the real culprit is simply the choices they make every day? While aging itself is unavoidable, the way we live as we grow older has a huge influence on how long we live and how well we feel in our later years. It's not just about getting older, it's about the daily habits and lifestyle decisions that can either speed up or slow down the process. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, or you're just curious about the science of aging, understanding these key lifestyle factors can make a big difference. If you want to learn more about how small changes today can lead to a healthier, longer life, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and drop a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you have. We'd love to hear from you. Most people believe that aging is just a natural process, something you have no control over, but that's not entirely true. The truth is, there are clear reasons why so many elderly people, despite reaching old age, don't survive beyond their 80s. It's not just about genetics. It's about a combination of biological factors, lifestyle habits, and sometimes sheer neglect. The aging process begins long before someone turns 80 or 90. In fact, it starts as early as middle age. This is when the body starts to show the first signs of wear and tear. As we age, our cells stop regenerating as efficiently, organs slow down, and our immune system weakens. These biological changes are normal, but they're also speeded up by the choices we make every day. Many elderly people don't live past 87 because they've spent their earlier years living in ways that create chronic health problems later in life. One of the biggest contributors to premature aging and death is poor lifestyle choices. This includes things like eating a diet filled with processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, all of which create inflammation and contribute to chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. These conditions weaken the body, making it harder for the body to recover or adapt as it ages. And many seniors don't even realize they're in trouble until it's too late. A poor diet makes it harder for the body to fight off illness, and over time, these conditions lead to a sharp decline in health that can leave someone unable to live independently or survive a major health crisis. The lack of physical activity is another major factor. As people get older, they often slow down, thinking they need to take it easy. However, the opposite is true. Physical activity is crucial in old age. Elderly people who don't exercise regularly lose muscle mass, bone density, and cardiovascular health. Without exercise, the body becomes frail, and the risk of falls or injury increases. Movement isn't just for young people. It's essential at every stage of life. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or even gentle yoga can help maintain strength, flexibility, and mobility, all of which are necessary for a long, healthy life. The more active you are, the more likely you are to make it past 87. Stress is another silent killer. We all experience stress at some point in our lives, but chronic stress can be especially dangerous in older age. Elderly people who experience ongoing stress, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical, have higher levels of cortisol in their bodies. This hormone, when elevated for long periods, can cause a range of health problems, from high blood pressure to a weakened immune system. But it doesn't stop there. Stress can also impact cognitive function, making it harder to think clearly, remember things, or make decisions. Many elderly people experience depression and anxiety, which only worsens their stress levels and reduces their quality of life. The emotional toll of losing friends, dealing with the loss of independence, or managing ongoing health problems can lead to a decline in overall well-being. Those who can manage stress, find joy in small moments, and maintain positive relationships with family or friends tend to fare better. Sleep is another area where many elderly people struggle. As people age, they often experience changes in their sleep patterns, and many elderly people suffer from sleep disorders like insomnia or sleep apnea. Poor sleep leads to a weakened immune system, increased risk of heart disease, and cognitive decline. When you don't get enough quality rest, your body doesn't have time to repair and restore itself. This is why sleep is critical as you age. The quality of sleep can impact your mood, memory, energy levels, and overall health. If elderly people don't get the rest they need, they become more vulnerable to diseases and conditions that can shorten their life. One of the most overlooked factors in longevity is regular medical checkups. Many elderly people stop seeing doctors regularly or avoid going to the hospital for checkups. They often feel that they're simply getting older and that aches and pains are normal. But that's a dangerous mindset. Conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even undiagnosed cancer can be silently progressing without any obvious signs. If not caught early, these conditions can severely limit a person's chances of living past 87. Regular medical screenings and preventive care are crucial for identifying and addressing health problems before they become life-threatening. This is why it's so important for elderly people to stay on top of their health with annual checkups and routine screenings. The environment in which someone lives also plays a significant role in how well they age. Elderly people who live in unsafe, isolated, or unhealthy environments are more likely to experience health declines. If someone is living alone, struggling with mobility, or is constantly surrounded by stress or negativity, their chances of living a long, healthy life decrease. In contrast, elderly people who live in supportive, well-maintained environments are more likely to stay mentally and physically healthy. Being around family or friends, having a sense of community, and living in a safe space can provide comfort and prevent the negative impacts of isolation, which is often linked to premature death. Another critical aspect of longevity is mindset. Positive thinking, staying engaged in life, and maintaining a sense of purpose can make a huge difference in how long someone lives. People who have a purpose, whether it's through work, hobbies, or social interactions, tend to live longer than those who don't. Having strong social ties, staying mentally active, and finding joy in everyday life can protect against the mental decline associated with aging. But if someone feels isolated or disconnected, it can lead to depression and early death. The more active and engaged you are with others, the more likely you are to stay healthy and live past 87. Finally, we can't ignore the role that modern medicine and technology play in longevity. While many elderly people resist technology, the advancements in medicine and health technology have drastically improved the quality of life for seniors. From wearable health trackers that monitor heart rate and activity levels, to telemedicine services that provide access to doctors from home, these innovations are revolutionizing elderly care. Those who embrace these tools have a better chance of maintaining their health and independence as they age. Yet many elderly people remain hesitant to use these tools, limiting their ability to take full advantage of what's available. In conclusion, the reason many elderly people don't make it past 87 isn't simply because of age. It's a combination of lifestyle choices, health habits, and sometimes neglect. Diet, exercise, stress management, sleep, medical care, social connections, and mental health all play pivotal roles in how well we age. You don't have to accept early death as an inevitability. By changing your habits today, you can drastically increase your chances of living a long, healthy life. Aging isn't just about getting older. It's about making the right choices that will ensure you live long enough to enjoy those later years. So if you want to live past 87, start living better now. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear that aging isn't just a matter of time. The choices we make today, from what we eat to how we move, manage stress, and care for our mental health, all play a critical role in how we'll age tomorrow. We don't have to resign ourselves to the idea of becoming frail or losing our independence at a certain age. With the right habits, it's entirely possible to live a vibrant, healthy life well into our 80s, 90s, and beyond. But it's not just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Small, consistent changes like prioritizing a balanced diet, staying active, managing stress, and maintaining positive relationships can have a huge impact on your overall well-being. The truth is, your 60s, 70s, and 80s can be just as fulfilling and exciting as any other stage of life if you give yourself the tools to thrive. And don't forget the power of mindset. Aging isn't just a biological process, it's also shaped by how you approach it. Keeping a sense of purpose, staying mentally engaged, and focusing on the positives can make all the difference in your health and happiness. It's not about fighting against aging. It's about embracing it in a way that enhances your quality of life. So take a moment today to reflect on how you're living now and how small changes could set you on a path toward better health and longevity. The road to living past 87 isn't just about avoiding diseases. It's about living with vitality, joy, and purpose every single day.